What's the name?
Napier, Eve.
Eve. Eve. Eve, it seems that you have your hand on my fly rod.
Oh, really? How rude.
Today we delve into the 1920s Paris art scene with the 1988 film The Moderns. It begins with some black and white French-speaking nonsense, but eventually we meet our main characters. We have artist Nick Hart, our main character, and his friend gossip columnist Loiseau, played by Wallace Shawn, along with who turns out to be Nick's wife, Rachel, and Rachel's husband, Bertram Stone. Yes, she has two husbands. We'll get into it. After a little bit of exposition about Stone, we meet one of Nick's friends who runs an art gallery.
But now he's obsessed with buying the best collection of modern art in Europe. As a matter of fact, there's to be an exhibit of his latest purchases in about 2 weeks' time. It's the shock of the new.
Shock? Shock's not the word. It's disgusting.
Goes with blue.
Mr. Brown.
Madam Valentine.
Oh, by the way, a lot of women in this movie look the exact same, and I may get them confused in the review. If I do, keep it to yourself. Don't care. The art dealer wants Nick to forge some paintings for her. His dad was a great forger, and he helped him out occasionally, so he knows how to do the job, but he wants to be a legitimate artist and doesn't want to be part of that life. So at this point in the movie, he declines. He goes to a party hosted by Gertrude Stein and attended by Ernest Hemingway.
I have a very important question regarding your work. How old are you?
33.
Won't do at all. American painters are 26 this year. Huh? Huh?
You know, Hart, there's only two things that can really kill a man: suicide and gonorrhea.
In between talking to Rachel and Hemingway, he talks to Natalie at the party and goes home with her. Natalie has some top-notch advice for all of us.
Oh, don't confuse sex and love, Mr. Hart. It'll spoil both of them for you.
If I didn't get the movie completely confused, which I might have, they come to a deal on the counterfeiting. He needs money to impress Rachel and run off with her, so $750 plus a little bit of sexy time.
I won't allow you to hurt me with this, Hart. I won't ever allow anyone to hurt me again.
I don't want to hurt you, Natalie. Quite the opposite.
Good.
We get a weird scene of Stone shaving Rachel's armpits in a bathtub, followed by an uncomfortable sex scene, and then we're on to forgery time. And YouTube, there's nudity in this, but it's painting, so leave me alone.
Bertie, maybe we should go away this weekend. That little hotel in Mougins, maybe? You know, the one with all the great desserts.
You think of nothing but your appetites.
What else should I think about?
Inspired by flashbacks of himself and Rachel together, midway through the forgery, he scratches off the face and replaces it with Rachel's face. Back at that Gertrude Stein party, Nick slapped Rachel because she was talking shit to cover up the fact that Nick and Rachel are still married. Stone takes this as a challenge to a duel, but Stein reminds them that duels are illegal, so they should have a boxing match instead. Right before the boxing match, Nick reveals his plan to Rachel to make a bunch of money so they can run off together. She's okay with the plan except for the fact that Stone will probably track down and kill them. Which Stone tries to do to Nick during the match, honestly. So the whole idea with the forgeries was Natalie wanted to run off to America with her girlfriend and leave behind forgeries of her husband's favorite paintings, taking the real ones to America with her and donating them to a museum where the people can see them. Unfortunately, sad news after the fight. Natalie's husband is dead, so Nick doesn't need to do the forgeries after all. Or get paid for them, you know? Nick says, "Pay me my money." She says she will, but has no intention to do so, and ends up stealing the paintings, having them sent ahead of her to America. But unknown to Natalie, she accidentally stole the copies, not the originals, and Nick uses his art world connections to sell the originals to Stone. This is actually a convoluted plot to get into Stone's house. You see, he says, "Oh no, I don't want to sell any of my paintings. I'm going to just be a private artist. So you look at these expensive paintings." And then says, no, you know what? I will sell you my paintings. And pretends to go back to his studio. But what he actually does is goes upstairs and bangs Rachel and goes back downstairs where his paintings were in the lobby the entire time.
What is he doing here?
It was Hart who put me in touch with the owner de ces œuvres.
You're coming with me.
Am I?
You are.
Not in the tub.
Why not?
Trust me.
We get a little bit of nudity between Nick and Rachel, followed by some nudity between random French people on the street, and also a funny little bit between Wiseau, Nick, and Hemingway.
What are you writing?
It's my obituary. It's too important a job to leave to those hacks in the obituary department.
Wazo, why don't you just quit the goddamn paper?
What are you writing?
It's my obituary. It's too important a job to leave to those hacks in the obituary department.
Why don't you quit that goddamn paper like I did?
It is time for Stone's big reveal of all the European art he brought. Remember that from the very beginning of the movie? Well, it's finally happening. The only thing is, Natalie shows up and says, "Yeah, them 3 paintings are fake. I own the real ones and sent them to America." She is, of course, wrong, but now that the word fake is out there, everybody believes it and argues about the aggressiveness of the nipples in the paintings.
Look at the nipples in the Matisse. Croyez-en un érotomane averti. Henri would have never painted nipples in that manner. They look like corns or warts.
Stone tries to argue what many people have tried to argue. It's worth what you pay for it. None of this is worth fucking anything. It's canvas and paint. It's worth like $2. But because I paid $3,000 for it, it's worth $3,000. The art experts disagree.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Stone. I'm afraid you have missed the entire point.
Have I?
Yes. Fakes is what we have called them, and fakes is what they are. Fit only for the fire.
The fire. Au revoir.
Overall, we are left with a lot of questions after this scene. Will Nick be able to convince Rachel to run off to America with him? Will Stone be able to recover his reputation in the art world? Will Wiseau be able to successfully commit suicide and leave himself a legacy? Kinda? This is not our normal fun movie. This is a film. It's a good film. It's well made. It's very interesting time in history. The 20s art scene. It has some serious actors in it. Gwendolyn Chaplin, Genevieve Buold. It's written and directed by Alan Rudolph, who took a decade to get this movie made, with one of his favorite to use actors, Keith Carradine. The only person fun in this movie is Hemingway, who's played by the only fun actor in this movie, Kevin J. O'Connor, who was in Deep Rising, The Mummy, Van Helsing, Peggy Sue Got Married, and a bunch of other fun movies. So, good casting in this one. Wallace Shawn plays the tabloid guy who just, his annoying voice really fits the character of, oh my god, stop talking, bro. If you're interested in semi-historic films and the 20s Paris salon scene and people's attitudes at the time, you can do much worse than this movie. It's well made, it's well acted, and well casted. Everyone is perfect for their role. And I enjoyed the movie, but in the future, we're going to stick to silly stuff. At least for a little bit. Thank you for watching. Go see some art or something instead of my nonsense. And as always, I shall try to do better next time. Here is a bonus clip from the movie.
Idea for a movie I could write. And it would be perfect for von Stroheim. You know, you can get a very good meal on this train. And they actually have an excellent wine list. This is going to be the best thing that ever happened to you.
Yeah, to hell with it.
Au revoir, Paris. Au revoir, Paris.
Oh shit, I almost forgot. I actually had this video uploaded and had to take it down to add this part. Stone, he made all of his money by inventing the modern condom. He tells everyone he made his money in rubber, but that's what he means. Okay, video's going up now.